In Iraq, 8 years after the start of the war, every car is a potential threat. There are fewer of them, but car bombs, along with blast walls and barbed wire, are an enduring fact of life here. It's been 2 years since American soldiers were in these city streets. In their place are national security forces, gradually winning Iraqis' respect. In the middle-class neighborhood of Jazeera, Bashar says Iraqi soldiers used to be part of the problem.
It was different before. We would be afraid of security forces if they came into our homes.
The neighborhood has become a lot safer, but at a cost. Checkpoints and concrete walls. Streets patrolled by soldiers rather than police who should protect the city. 5 years ago, there were bodies every day in the streets. Some of the thousands of Iraqis killed by insurgents or death squads or caught in the sectarian crossfire. It's been a long time since that was the case, but it's still dangerous here and even more complicated. In a country almost torn apart by sectarian violence, some fear the Iraq the U.S. is leaving behind is still vulnerable. For years, this small office of the U.S. military has worked to persuade everyone from Sunni sheikhs to Shia militia leaders to give up their weapons. Colonel Rick Welsh has spent a record 7 years here. He says all the people he talks to see an uncertain future.
They're just concerned. They have no idea what the future is. They're very pessimistic about the future because they believe that the sectarian influences will, perhaps rise again.
Among the twists of fate is the political rise of Shia cleric Muqtada Sadr. In 2004, American soldiers were fighting his followers in the streets. Now he commands the biggest bloc in parliament. Most Sadrist politicians are convinced, even as the U.S. leaves, that it's lying in wait to return after the next election.
The Americans are betting on the failure of the political process and counting on their return in 2013, and the proof is that by withdrawing to Kuwait and Saudi Arabia and Qatar, that indicates they intend to come back to Iraq.
As the American military leaves, Iraq is at a crossroads, and many believe a dangerous one. Jane Arraf, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.